Cricket is often described as a gentleman's game, calm, patient, and deeply rooted in tradition, a sport where strategy slowly unfolds, where sessions last hours, and where small moments quietly build pressure. But every once in a while, cricket completely breaks character. It stops being calm, it stops being predictable, and for a few unforgettable seconds, it turns into a spectacle of pure athletic madness. These are the moments when fielders stop looking human, when bodies fly sideways, backward, and upward, when reflexes kick in faster than thought, when gravity feels optional, and the crowd collectively forgets how to breathe. Today, we're diving deep into the most unbelievable cricket catches ever taken. Not just quick highlights, but the full stories behind them. The pressure, the timing, the instinct, the bravery. These catches didn't happen in empty nets or practice sessions. They happened in real matches on massive stages, with championships, pride, and history on the line. Some of these moments changed matches, some changed careers, and some changed the way cricket itself is played. So settle in, because this isn't just a countdown. This is a journey through the most insane displays of fielding brilliance the game has ever seen.
Glenn Phillips' unbelievable athletic catch. Some catches make you rewind the footage immediately, not because you don't believe it happened, but because your eyes need confirmation. Glenn Phillips produced one of those moments. As the ball was struck firmly into the deep, Phillips reacted instantly, covering ground at speed. What looked like a guaranteed gap suddenly disappeared as he launched himself with full commitment, stretching every inch of his reach. There was no time to settle underneath it, no chance to adjust late, just instinct. Phillips held the ball cleanly while airborne and completed the catch before crashing into the turf. The reaction was immediate. Players froze, then erupted. Even the batter stood for a moment, processing what had just been taken away. This wasn't a product of luck or mishit. It was athletic preparation meeting opportunity at the perfect second. In modern cricket, where boundaries are short and margins are tiny, fielders like Glenn Phillips redefine what is defendable. That catch didn't just remove a batsman, it sent a message that nothing was safe. Pure commitment, pure athleticism, a moment that defined the match's intensity. Glenn McGrath's unlikely classic. Fast bowlers aren't remembered for their catching. Glenn McGrath changed that expectation in the Ashes. Positioned in the gully, McGrath reacted instantly as the edge flew thick and fast. There was barely any time to adjust. The ball was traveling hard, low, and directly at him, the kind that exposes hesitation in a split second. McGrath moved sharply to his right, hands snapping together at chest height. No juggle, no rebound, just clean control. It wasn't flashy or acrobatic, but that's what made it special. Under Ashes pressure in a contest defined by intensity, McGrath delivered a moment of pure reliability. England were fighting for momentum, and that catch shut the door immediately. Catches like this don't dominate highlight reels, but teams win series because of moments like these. McGrath's calmness reflected Australia's mindset during that era, disciplined, ruthless, and precise. It was a reminder that greatness in cricket isn't always airborne. Sometimes it's about being in the right place, reacting correctly, and executing without error when everything is on the line.
Paul Collingwood's flying save. The Ashes don't reward hesitation, they punish it. Every session feels like a final, every moment carries history, and every player knows that one act of bravery can tilt the entire series. Paul Collingwood understood that better than most. As the ball screamed off the bat, there was no time to calculate, no chance to slow down or protect himself. Collingwood was already moving at full pace, eyes fixed, body committed. In that instant, instinct overruled caution. He launched himself horizontally, fully airborne, stretching every muscle toward a ball racing just inches above the turf. It was the kind of dive that leaves no margin for error. One mistimed movement and it's 4 runs. One moment of doubt and the chance is gone. But Collingwood didn't doubt. The ball stuck cleanly in his hands as his body crashed into the ground. For a split second, there was silence, the kind that hangs in the air when thousands of people are processing what they've just witnessed. Then the stadium erupted. That catch wasn't just a dismissal, it was a statement, a declaration that England weren't backing down, not physically, not mentally, not emotionally. In a series defined by intensity and nerve, Collingwood's effort became a symbol of resistance. It didn't show up in batting averages or bowling figures, it didn't change a scorecard dramatically, but it changed the mood. Moments like these fuel teams, they lift crowds, they turn pressure into belief. And long after the Ashes of that year are debated and dissected, Paul Collingwood's flying save remains frozen in memory. A reminder that sometimes the bravest moments happen far away from the crease.
Ben Stokes' one-handed stunner.
Big tournaments demand big moments. Ben Stokes delivered one in spectacular fashion. The ball was struck cleanly and seemed destined to clear the fielder. Stokes sprinted across, launched himself sideways, and extended one arm at full stretch. The contact was clean. One hand, no support. For a split second, the ground rushed up. Stokes held on. The reaction was instant. Teammates froze. The crowd erupted. South Africa stood stunned. This catch wasn't just athletic, it was fearless. At full pace with no margin for error, Stokes trusted his hands and his commitment. In a tournament where England's margins were razor thin, moments like this mattered. It reinforced belief and lifted energy across the field. World Cups are remembered for moments of courage. This catch became one of them.
Trent Bolt's safe hands under pressure. Fast bowlers aren't always praised for their catching. Trent Bolt made sure that changed. As the ball went high into the air off a miscued shot, Bolt tracked it calmly from the infield. He adjusted his position early, kept his eyes locked, and settled beneath it with composure. No panic, no rush. The catch was taken cleanly, chest high, controlled, and decisive. While it may not dominate highlight reels with acrobatics, this was a pressure moment. One mistake and momentum swings. One clean take and the fielding side tightens its grip. Bolt's catch reflected his overall value to the team, reliable, calm, and effective when it matters most. Sometimes the most important catches are the ones that look easy, because the fielder made sure they were.
Marnus Labuschagne's Ashes brilliance. The Ashes is unforgiving. Every mistake is remembered, every moment is examined, and under that pressure, Marnus Labuschagne delivered a catch built on awareness rather than flair. Positioned in close, Labuschagne stayed alert as the ball flew off the edge faster than expected. There was no dramatic dive, no desperate movement, just sharp hands and instant reaction. The ball stuck. Simple in appearance, massive in consequence. Ashes cricket doesn't always reward the spectacular, it rewards the prepared. Labuschagne's catch came from anticipation, positioning, and complete focus, the kind that separates reliable fielders from great ones. There was no over-celebration, just acknowledgement. Job done. In a series defined by pressure and precision, moments like this quietly tilt momentum. Not every legendary Ashes moment needs fireworks. Some are defined by control, and this was one of them.
Capil Dev's backward running miracle. There are great catches, and then there are catches that change the destiny of a nation. India were in deep trouble during a crucial World Cup match. The scoreboard looked grim, the pressure was unbearable, and one more mistake could have ended everything. Zimbabwe's batsman launched the ball high into the air towards mid-on, expecting relief. What followed became legend. Capil Dev turned and began sprinting backward, not sideways, not cautiously, backward at full speed. His eyes never left the ball. He didn't glance at the boundary, he didn't slow down, he trusted instinct over fear. As the ball dropped from the sky, Capil timed his movement perfectly and completed an over-the-shoulder catch while still running. For a split second, the ground froze. Then the eruption came. That single moment flipped the emotional weight of the match. Capil Dev went on to play one of the greatest innings cricket has ever seen, carrying India from collapse to dominance. India didn't just win that match, they found belief. Weeks later, that belief carried them all the way to lifting their first World Cup trophy. And when fans look back at that historic journey, many point to that one catch as the spark. A run backward, a leap of faith, a moment that changed Indian cricket forever. Jonty Rhodes redefined fielding. Before Jonty Rhodes, fielding was important. After Jonty Rhodes, fielding became unavoidable. During a World Cup match that would be replayed endlessly for decades, Rhodes produced a moment that permanently altered cricket standards. Positioned at point, he reacted instantly to a fiercely struck cut shot. Most fielders would have hoped for a half stop. Rhodes had other plans. He sprinted forward, launched himself fully horizontal, his body parallel to the ground, and reached out with one hand. The ball stuck cleanly, no bounce, no second chance. The batsman was gone, but something bigger had happened. That dive wasn't just athletic brilliance, it was a declaration. From that moment on, speed, agility, and fearlessness became essential tools for elite cricketers. Young players around the world rewound that clip over and over, trying to understand how a human body could move like that. Rhodes didn't just take a wicket, he redefined what was possible in the field. Cricket was never the same again.
Dwayne Lever's gravity-defying moment. Sometimes the unexpected creates history. Dwayne Lever produced one of the most unforgettable catches ever seen. Stationed at slip, the edge flew quickly. Lever reacted instantly, diving full length to his right. His body left the ground completely, arms outstretched. The ball stuck. A man of his size, airborne, horizontal, it defied expectations and physics alike. The crowd erupted. Teammates ran in disbelief. This catch became iconic not because of context or consequence, but because it challenged every stereotype. It was pure athletic instinct, executed flawlessly. Cricket found a moment that transcended the match itself. Ricky Ponting's big match awareness. World Cup matches expose hesitation instantly. Ricky Ponting never hesitated. As the ball rose into the air towards the outfield, Ponting moved early, reading the trajectory before others reacted. He judged the flight calmly, settled under it, and completed the catch cleanly. No juggle, no second attempt, just certainty. Ponting's greatness was never limited to batting alone. His fielding reflected the same mindset: awareness, preparation, and authority under pressure. In a World Cup environment, every dismissal carries weight. This catch didn't need drama to be effective. It reinforced Australia's control and reminded everyone why Ponting-led teams were so ruthless. Big stage, big moment, no mistakes.